Welcome back. Great to have you along with us, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking with Sandy Lemcooler, president of the Warrior Foundation Freedom Station. Sandy, before the break, we were talking about the four aspects of Warrior Foundation, and I had to cut you off a little bit on the third one, but you do something that is absolutely fantastic, and it'll just really touch everybody's heart. You do something real special come Christmas time.
Right, our third group of warriors that are up there between 2 and 4 years, and they're learning to use new arms and legs. The radio station that I worked with at the very beginning for the electric razors every year allows us to come back and talk to San Diego and talk to all of our listeners, and we raise money. And we sent last year 400 of our warriors home. They wake up in their own bed, in their own state, with their own family Christmas morning. So San Diego and California reaches out and touches the whole country. And I don't know what it is about sending them home for Christmas, but I don't know if it's Ma's good cooking or if it's Dad telling them to knock on it, Right. But these warriors, when they come back from that Christmas break, they are raring to go for their therapy again and their military requirements, their medical requirements. And it makes such a difference, and it's such a simple thing, an airplane ticket. I mean, I had one warrior tell me this year, ma'am, I'm going to go back to Minnesota, and I could either go home or I could buy gifts. Now I can do both. And I haven't been home in 3 years for Christmas. So we do simple things, but those simple things let our warriors know that this country has their six. Right. And as long as we're a foundation, and as long as people keep helping us, we'll keep doing what we do, and that's taking care of our injured and our ill here in the San Diego area.
That's so great.
From working with all of these three groups of guys over the years, what they kept telling us was that they needed a place. And I kept saying to them, again, Marines will solve, Navy will solve. If you listen to them, they'll tell you what they need. What they told us was that they needed a place called Freedom Station, and its philosophy is very different. When a sailor or a Marine is told that they're no longer going to be in the military, whether they make that decision or the government makes it for them, that's a bad day for those guys. And why should they continue to live up in a barracks after that? So what they said to us was, we need a place called Freedom Station. We need it to be individual cottages, completely decked out, right down to the placemats on the tables, so that we understand what we need to start purchasing and buying and transitioning into civilian life. Give us a year or 2 years while we're still on active duty and learn kind of to be civilians, kind of detune. I think that was what one infantry or somebody told me, detune, and go from being a Lance Corporal to a Mr. or a Mrs. And that philosophy is very different from other transitional locations, and it's working. We have had huge success. We've even had people from other parts of the country come to see why we're working. They pay a little bit of rent. We're trying to train them. We take them to Jose Banks. We have people like Tee It Up for Troops helping us. We have other foundations helping us. We have major corporations helping us. And you know what? We are truly making a difference for these warriors. And I think it's kind of a nice thing for them to be able to be accepted at wonderful colleges like USD, the University of Texas, San Luis Obispo, or to be able to work a job now at SPAWAR, or to be able to intern with the FBI or ICE. I have to tell you a quick story. We have a quad amputee here who's quite famous. He came home the other day, and he's in his motorized wheelchair. The government bus, we're so close to the hospital, picks him up and brings him home. So he's in his motorized wheelchair, and he has this prosthetic here behind this shoulder, and his prosthetic behind this shoulder, and he's got his prosthetic arm right here with a Coke in it so that he can drink. And he's got 2 little fingers, and he's got this arm. And I knew something great had happened that day. He came flying up the cement ramp at us, and he's waving his arm, and I said, Marine, what's up? And he said, you know what? You know what I did? And I said, what did you did, Marine? He said, I swam the length of the Olympic swimming pool, down and back, with these 2 fingers and this arm. This Marine has come such a long way since moving into Freedom Station. When he first moved in, he'd hardly look at you and he'd hardly talk to you. And now everybody knows every step he climbs on the ladder to success. And he usually wears dark clothes. He's part of 3-5, and he would have his Dark Horse t-shirt on. That day, he had on bright yellow shorts. They were kind of flapping on his wheelchair, and he had a big shirt on. And I said, Marine, "You've got a yellow shirt on. What does it say?" And he sat up real proud in his wheelchair, and it said, "Injured Marine available. Some assembly required."
Oh.
So he has come full turn in his personality and the ability to deal with relationships and people. And they are doing an incredible job here. All of our volunteers are uniquely qualified. We have a lot of different things that our volunteers do, but it's always all about our warriors. And I'm asking you for your help to continue helping in the trenches with our warriors. There are other large foundations out there that do great things, but right here in San Diego, we're asking for your help. We have a new website, it's warriorfoundation.com, and you can make a one-time donation or you can subscribe and help us long-term take care of our warriors. We buy them boots, we get the zippers put in by a special gentleman that helps us in San Diego. We buy pillows, we buy blankets, we buy airline tickets. And when our warriors ask us for crock pots, we have a group that went out and got them crock pots. They're learning to cook. They're going to be incredible citizens. They're already incredible Americans. And I think that truly they are going to make such a difference in the next 50 to 60 years for our country. I don't think we have anything to worry about. They're going to give the greatest generation a run for their money.
We've got a couple more minutes left, and I do want you to brag a little bit about
our Hall of Fame.
The Hall of Fame here.
We have some incredible men who are still living here, and we have some who have moved on. Gunny Kano was our first warrior that moved in, and he has been here for about 3 years now, and he is attending National University and going to school. And he, being a gunny, the warriors kind of would go to him with questions when they first moved in. It just kind of fell into that chain of command thing.
Exactly.
So he has been a big help to us, and he enjoys living here, and I think he's happiest when he is around fellow Marines. So having his neighbors live alongside of him really help him a lot. We have our first married couple here who you interviewed, Josue and Debbie, and they have little service dogs. One is named Fluffy and one is named, oh boy, I'm blank, Chino, I think it is her name. And that Marine takes a lot of flack for that Fluffy name on his service dog. They are an incredible couple, and they have just been awarded a home out in Temecula. So they'll be leaving us, which we're happy, but at the same time we're sad. And Josue is a wheelchair basketball player like you wouldn't believe. He is incredible. Right. We also have a gentleman here named Tim Reed. Tim Reed is an exceptional warrior, and he learned by working, we did a vocational project. We purchased a huge motorcycle chopper kit, and it came all in pieces, and I thought, oh my gosh, we're never going to get this put together. Tim Reed realized from working on that motorcycle that he could still do mechanical work, and he now is going to go to school up in Sacramento called Wild Tech, and he is going to learn to design special chassis for these off-road, kind of road-to-road kind of bikes and vehicles. So he has found his passion by living here. We also have an amputee named Torin Gall, and he has been here for about 3 months now. He is now doing an internship with Ashford University, which is a big supporter of us. We have Bolivar, who lives here. He is a PTSD corporal. He is making great steps. He trains service dogs for other injured Marines, and he's a sharp cookie. He really is. I don't know how he does it. He gets a dog, he trains it up, and then he gives it away. Of course, we're all in love with the service dogs, so it's hard for us.
Exactly.
Jason, I kind of told you about our special Marine with the 2 fingers. We also have a Marine called named Mike Spivey, and Mike, when he first got home, is a left arm amputee right below the elbow, and when he first got home, he was kind of voluntold to go on a golfing event with us. And when he came back from golfing, he had a fire in his eye, and he said to us, "You saved me. I realized by golfing I focused on one thing, and none of the other nonsense was in my head." And that man golfs better with one arm than most people do with 2. And he'll go golfing and now surfing and scuba diving. It has opened up his world, and he is a big help to us around here too. warriorfoundation.com. We can always use your help, and if you want to email us, my email is sandy@warriorfoundation.com, and like us on Facebook. We would appreciate that.